Let's drink. It's Matt Madness. You know it's Matt Madness. You know that it's Let's Compete. It's Matt Madness. You know it's Matt Madness. You know that it's Let's drink. It's Matt Madness. You know it's Matt Madness. You know that it's madness. Matt, I love your whiskey game. You're playing games in my glass. These questions are too difficult. They're so hard, they're so hard, they're so hard. You're asking rock hard questions. Let's drink. It's Matt Madness. You know it's Matt Madness. You know that it's Let's Compete. It's Matt Madness. You know that it's madness. You know that it's madness.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the 2023 Matt Madness Whiskey Tasting Invitational qualifying rounds. This is round 7 and 8, the 7th and 8th qualifying round of Matt Madness, the final 2 qualifying rounds of the year. Next week, on the 24th, we are going to see the main event. The main event begins, which is going to be 12 weeks, roughly, of Matt Madness Whiskey Tasting Tournament trouble. I don't know. Sometimes sentences start and then end with either me finishing it or not. And that one finished, but just not the right way. Speaking of not finishing the right way, I got to bring in tonight's contestants because we have 4 amazing whiskey tasters going head to head. And then in 1 hour's time, roughly, 4 more will face off for the final whiskey tasting qualifying round. Let me first introduce a man who doesn't need a partner. He doesn't need anyone else but himself. He is a man who is breathing right because he made himself breathe right tonight. Please welcome everybody, Mr. Independent Joe. Joe, how's it going, my friend?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it not ready for the pose down? Are you?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
It's your second. It's your second to fame.
I'm doing good now. I'm just so happy to be here.
I gotta look. Everyone's got to see this shirt. Look at this shirt. It's the thumbnail of tonight, and everyone's faces crossed out except for Independent Joe.
Now I explained it already that it's just so that my family members and friends out there can tell who I am on the shirt.
They would have no idea.
I don't want nobody to get confused.
They'd have no idea if you didn't do that. They wouldn't have a clue. Joe is also he was my partner in little cornhole tournament, little bags tournament this past summer.
We held each other's bags, tossed them around a little bit.
We won a game. We definitely won a game.
We did. And
then we definitely lost.
Some sassy Mixon said that, I've never done this before. And then all of a sudden kicks our butt.
That happens. It happens. Some people play those games and then win stupid prizes. And that's what I did. I cashed a check. I wrote a check. You know the saying. I did that. This man also needs no introduction, but he's going to get one anyway. He is a man who is on death row. If death row were a whiskey row. So please welcome from Whiskey Row, the guy who wears the best black shirts in the game. David, how's it going, my friend?
Excellent, Matt. Glad to be here. Excited. I wore my nicest black t-shirt. I even washed it for you. Where's Jamie? Has anybody seen my wife? Normally she's here with me, but not tonight, I guess.
She gone. That she's off cheating. And you know what?
Did you check the letter on the table at home?
Yeah, the John Deere letter.
Right. Yeah,
that's what my wife does on Friday nights. Friday nights, she's gone. You just never know where they go. You never know where they go. I know where this man is going, and it's straight to greatness. Everybody, you know who this is. He's the king of shorts. He's the brand new king of whiskey tube. Everybody, DJ Gamble, everybody, put your hands together for Bruzel. Bruzel, how's it going, my friend?
Thank you. I appreciate you having me. I feel bad that I didn't put as much effort into my wardrobe as Joe did. And my wife is here. So we have
Jill,
a live
hi,
studio
Jill.
audience for this one. She's just off camera over there watching. So she's like 3 minutes behind whatever your lag is.
What is that, a popcorn maker?
I didn't do that. I don't know. Wasn't me.
I thought that was the live studio audience. I'm sorry.
I thought so too, but I don't know who queued that up. So
That
That was
sounded,
the live studio audience.
if that wasn't applause, it sounded like that was the worst
perfect
applause I've
timing.
ever heard in my
Yeah.
life. Oh, TJ, does that shirt feel as good draped against your nipples as it looks?
I've got an undershirt on because my nipples are sensitive. Thank you very much.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm on the treadmill lately. Guess what? Little too much friction and Portsky no likey. It's rubbing me the wrong way. But there is a man who rubs me the right way, and I know him extremely well. And by extremely well, I mean not that great, but pretty good. We've shared some pours together, and we've competed against each other before. I want to bring in from the All Things Whiskey podcast. There's a T on the end. He is the 2021 World's Top Whiskey Taster, Mike Alcohol. Everybody, Mike, how's it going?
Hey, what's
All
going
right.
on, y'all?
What's
Matt,
going
thank
on,
you.
my friend?
Thank you for having me. You know, I was just going to sit around and drink whiskey on a Friday night, so I figured might as well do it in front of a bunch of people, right?
Heck yeah! And hopefully, it's just as exciting as it would be by yourself.
Yeah, you know, I figured this is a momentous occasion, right? And we need something we need a spectacular pour to celebrate with, right? So
Okay.
I chose something from my finest selection in the back. I've been banished to my office. My fiance and her mom are downstairs in the home bar. So next time we'll show you what it looks like. But I've picked something
It's pretty nice.
I think truly special to enjoy here. And it's just a nice fresh crack of mellow corn.
Mellow
so-
corn.
Nice.
Lovely.
Down the hatch with the mellow
Nice.
corn. Mark Bot. Oh boy. Mike Botorf. Mark Botorf. That's not it. But I'm super sorry. It's a huge super chat. ADHD Whiskey is nice, but let's go Whiskey Row. That's a shout out Whiskey Row. Thank you for that crazy super chat. That's incredibly
Mark.
nice. Bourbon Runner, my money's on David and the Vodka Skull. Did you pregame with the vodka? Thank you for the super chat, Bourbon
Yep.
Runner.
We finished that punishment. It's gone. I have a new punishment bottle in the speakeasy that I drink now when I misbehave or fail.
Well,
My
what
lord.
is it?
My lord.
Oh yeah, that's the go-to. That's the go-to pour.
It's the worst.
Is it just me or does B taste weird?
Jeez, stop it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know.
Wait, go ahead and pour your samples. Pour all your samples, A, B, and C. I should have told you that before we even got this thing started. Let them get a little bit of air.
I still have it in its ADHD approved condom. So we're ready to roll.
Well, that is just
safety first, competitors.
you know what they say. If you ain't cheating, then you ain't getting yelled at or something. So good job. We got a $20 super chat from Mr. Freaking Kavanaugh. I owe David some good luck and best wishes. No more work tonight, or is there? Go get him, David, from WJK.
I'm not sure these samples are enough. I might need like 3 ounces to make these predictions here.
Dude, Bruzel, I actually sent I was talking with Dan and Sean of the Bourbon Junkies one day, and I said I just sent them a timestamp of one of your live streams, and I think it was like 8 minutes in or something. It was like 8 minutes in, Bruzel's done like a 9-ounce flight.
Dude, there was one stream we did where I decided I was just going to try all of my finished whiskeys. I didn't realize it was like 13 finished whiskeys, and we had 2-ounce pours of all of them. So it was a good night.
Oh, geez. I was laughing so hard because you finished your flight and you were like, well, what else are we going to do? And I looked at the clock and I was like, oh my God.
You might as well
Give
get
buzz
right
to
to
them.
it if you're going to do it.
Might as well. So while we do this, TJ, can you tell everyone who's watching, all 471 people, a little bit about Bruzel and what you got going on, and where people can find you, and what that's. I should have stopped when it sounded good.
You can find me pretty much everywhere at Bruzel. What do? We just hang out and talk about whiskey, all sorts of whiskey. Sometimes bourbon, sometimes rye. A lot of flavored stuff. We don't take things too seriously. So if you're really serious about whiskey, we're probably not your channel. But there's some fine folks on YouTube that are really serious about whiskey. We just have fun, have a good time. That's what it's all about.
Heck yeah, I totally agree. Mike is from the All Things Whiskey podcast. I would like to hear a little bit from Mike. He is very serious about whiskey and does not watch Bruzel. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Mike, can you tell everyone a little bit about what you got going on?
Yeah, if you think we're very serious, I don't think you ever listened to the show.
I was joking. It was a joke.
We like to mess around and talk about all things whiskey. I mean, the name describes the show, right? It's a podcast you can find anywhere you can find a podcast, but iTunes and Spotify, allthingswhiskeypodcast.com. We do everything: bourbon, rye, Irish, Scotch, Japanese, world whiskeys, right? I'm just looking for that next perfect pour, right? That's my quest. I have to find the best whiskey that I can, and then I want to blend whiskey. I want to get great picks and store picks and just do cool stuff.
David just
build community in the whiskey world. So that's what we're all about.
Heck yeah. I've listened to it. And what's your co-host's name?
Devin Mitchell. Shout out
Devin,
to him
right.
And our producer Rose Haig, who is also my lovely fiance. We got engaged in Killarney, Ireland last year.
That's incredible. She's a sweetheart too. You guys are super fun to be around. And
she's way too good
if
for
you're
me.
listening to them, definitely a podcast that you should be tuning into if you love whiskey. And Independent Joe, did I hear a little bit of, were you upset about something that David did? What did you say?
No, I just thought I saw David roll his eyes while Mike was talking. I'm not trying to throw him under the bus. I just thought it was weird.
No, I'm trying to get my screen right because my microphone's right in the middle of the screen, and so I kept trying to resize it, and then I was going back and forth between the two.
I feel your struggle.
No, I feel like
no matter
the
how
shirt is
often
the
you try to
opening
resize
salvo,
it.
though.
Joe, what can you tell people about Independent Joe? What do you have going on? Where can people find you? And do you even want them to, or are you just so independent you don't care?
Well, it's really fun doing a show by myself, relying on myself, crying by myself, drinking sadly by myself. And I do take it seriously. I do. And I think that everybody who drinks this great, awesome whiskey should take it seriously because it's a serious thing. And also, you should also drink water in between your drinks and stuff because that's really important.
You look like you're taking this with utmost seriousness. You've
You
already
know,
crossed out everyone else on your shirt.
I have one serious question, if that's okay.
Yep, Tyler Deputy. Let's go, David. What's up? What's your serious question?
I just checked. I checked the refrigerator before logging on and everything. I do not have any Coke, Pepsi, or anything like that for the Coke Pepsi round. To pour with our whiskeys.
Bruzel, what would you suggest?
Dr. Pepper Zero is usually my go-to if you don't have anything else.
Yeah,
so
I don't have any of that either, so I'm screwed.
Well, you were out of luck. You're just going to have to use your imagination.
Ginger ale.
Me and Smokey Robinson using our imagination.
Hey, Joe, my question for you is, what are you going to do with that shirt after you lose?
Oh, that's...
well, I don't know. I mean, I think David's going to win, so I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm going to give it to David. He earned it, so.
David, what can you tell people about Whiskey Row, Beyond the Row, all these things you got going on? Go and just tell,
Oh yeah, you bet. So Whiskey Row, do a lot of somewhat serious, but from a kind of a regular Joe's perspective. I don't have the greatest palate, and just have a lot of fun with it. Usually I'm here with my wife when we do stuff for Beyond the Row, which is kind of her channel because she wanted to kind of do some other type of stuff, and I didn't have time for it. So she runs that thing, and I run Whiskey Row, and we just have a lot of fun with it.
Heck yeah. Listen, I freaking love you guys. I think I probably consume way too much whiskey content. And I'm learning that by all these channels I have on. I'm like, oh yeah. Like, if there was a meter, like an odometer of just hours spent listening to you guys, it might be sad. But at the same time, it makes me happy, and you guys make me happy, and I can't wait to see who's going to make me happiest tonight. Who's going to let me down? There's going to be a couple people here who I'm disappointed with, I'm sure.
I'm going to let you
Super
down.
sure.
I'm going to let you down for sure.
Lucas up in here. Pretty sure you're the hardest working bourbon tuber. Cheers, Matt. I wouldn't say that. I think that there are people who work much harder. I just complain about it the most. That's all. And wine. I'm a whiner. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Oh, the likes are here. Julie, what's going on? Friggin' Julester. I think if you guys want to, well, first of all, let me say this. Let me ask this, because I don't know how familiar you are with the rules. So I'll just go ahead and say this. You don't friggin' touch the glass until I tell you, all right? And that, when that happens, is you get 30 seconds roughly to nose during the nosing round, taste during the tasting round. We go one glass at a time. A, B, C. Then there's a fourth nosing question and a fourth tasting question, but we just do them one at a time. You're going to get 30 seconds to nose glass A, and you don't start smelling it until the music starts. We ran into a few issues during the last hours where people just didn't care. They were like, your rules are stupid. And eventually, one of these times, I'm going to have to
At least somebody
put my
said
foot
it.
down. What?
No, I was talking to somebody said good luck, Joe, and I was just saying at least somebody said it.
Oh, well, good luck, Joe.
I appreciate that.
Joe's mom's in the chat.
Yeah. How did you seen her? Mom from heaven, thank you for typing in here. Appreciate you. Coach Parker said, let's go David. So there's somebody on David's team too. How's Miss Parker?
So when the music stops, you put down the glass, and then you send your answer through the message we started earlier. Did everyone get their message on the Instagram, the Mattstagram thing, where the channel, the message area? Okay. Good. That's good. Good to hear. I feel like things are going so smoothly so far. I'm very happy to see that. I'm glad.
Smooth.
Now, Matt.
Sam's Whiskey Bar says most rules are stupid, Matt. You're right. You're right. Everybody do what you want, and we'll not have any way to figure out anything. So that's how we'll go. That's how we'll proceed.
Smooth
That's how we'll
like
proceed.
plans.
I think that we should go ahead and get this nosing round started. What do you guys think? Should we just friggin' rocket this nosing round right out?
Let's do it.
I think we should too.
Hey,
So-
so Matt, I'm a Matt Madness newbie. I'm assuming you're gonna give us some more instructions too when we get to the nosing round, yeah?
So we're about to begin the nosing round. So when I'm going to put the question on the bottom of the screen, it's going to scroll across the bottom. And what I would like to know is the primary grain of this whiskey. It is going to scroll as soon as I can find the damn thing. So is the primary grain of this whiskey corn, barley, or rye? I'm going to play a 30-second song, and while that song is playing, you're allowed to nose the whiskey. When that song is done, you put the glass down, don't touch it again. And once you're done nosing, we're only doing one sample at a time, so sample A.
Gotcha.
And then
Mike, did you bring your notepad? All right, good.
when you put it down, then you send your answer into that chat that we started earlier on Instagram, and that way myself and our scorekeeper, Jay Labat, who's in the back, can take that answer and put it into our spreadsheet for scores, and we'll go over the scores at the end. So all we're worried about right this second is sample A, and I want to know what the primary grain of this whiskey is. So what is this whiskey made out of? Yes, Mike?
Oh no, I'm just showing you my hands, right? So I'm not touching the glass.
Well, hey.
Well, I'm touching the glass, but it's not on my face.
Keep your hands where I can see them. Don't reach for the glove box. Do not reach for the glove box. When the music begins, you may begin nosing glass A. You know what? Let's do a little bit of an extended one. Let's just do it.
Got a whole
can go ahead
set
and
of
nose
these. A Jim Beam train set decanter.
Are you going to be mad at me?
No, I mean you could tell me what you think.
Fuck your train.
I never thought myself a cynic, not even when Fred Minnick grew bored with my refrain. There's a shape, I am thinking a decanter, well worth drinking if I only had a train. Every night when I am dreaming, I imagine it a-steaming on railways across the plain. If I seem really motive, it's 'cause I like locomotives if I only had a train.
All right, glasses down and answers in. That's a classic. That's a classic Fred Minnick Jason mix up there. All right, answers are just rolling in, I can see. You guys are taking this so seriously. Bruzel's like, I don't take shit serious. And then he's like, got the most serious look on his face ever.
Oh, don't get me into a competition and expect me not to take it seriously.
Oh, sure.
I mean, dude, X my face out. What am I supposed to do? It's a threat.
I know. I really feel like
That
you
is a
started it on a note
Whoa.
of a serious competition now, independent
Well,
Joe.
that escalated quickly.
DC, thank you for the super chat. It says, tip your host, Matt Madness 2023. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Beyond the Row with a $20 super chat. She's spending the money. Good luck to all channels. David, you are paying me back for this. Cheers, channels. That's pretty good.
That doesn't work.
That's no, just say yes and then you forgot.
There you go, Matt.
All right, let's move on to sample B. Sample B is another question where I want to know the primary grain. Primary grain of this whiskey is corn, rye, or barley. Corn, rye, or barley. When the music starts, you can begin nosing sample B. Did everyone get their answer in for sample A?
I did. Nobody else
Yeah.
answered, so I'm the only one. Yes.
All right, I'm taking your silence for yes. All right, whoops.
Damn it.
When the music begins, you may begin nosing sample B.
Hands.
My dreams, Grease can't score any points, and he always disappoints. He's also a klutz and shoves stuff up his butt. My dreams always make me smile. Grease gets on your screen, no one knows what he means. Just can't take anymore, I can't take anymore. When push comes to shove, I look to heaven above. Please help us, Cameron. Please help us, Cameron. Beach Green.
All right, glasses down and answers in. This is little Chris Farley.
Hey, Matt, who does your musical scores? Because those are just bangers.
This is thewhiskeychannel.com, formerly known as Shelf Turds. David and his wife Kira are they put in the work.
The musical
So-
geniuses.
Beautiful.
Yeah, these are like classics. So these aren't from this year. These are from the 2 years past, the 2 years Matt Madness past. Beginning next week, the main event of Matt Madness, all brand new music from David and Kira. Unless, of course, they
smash
quit
that
and
like
didn't tell me.
button, everybody.
Oh, thanks, Joe. Joe, 2 points.
Oh.
What a guy. All right, let's move on to sample C. Let's move on to nosing sample C. When the music begins, I want to know the primary grain of this whiskey, corn, barley, or rye. When the music begins, you may begin nosing sample C. If you're ready, then so am I.
Big round eyes, stupid face. Josh guesses Buffalo Trace. Dutch sends up a little prayer. Guesses all for his Eagle Rare. Your mind goes blank because you stink at guessing whiskey cups. But if you try a whiskey lie, will you guess it's old 444 Forester? 444 Forester.
All right, glasses down. That was the third nosing question. And I am so excited to not look at the scoreboard yet. I'm going to save it. This is an interesting competition. I don't know what to think. I'm a little bit concerned that everyone's taking it too seriously, because when you get too serious, things they run amok. things start to run amok.
Yeah.
But speaking of super serious, we have two channels. We have two sponsors of Matt Madness this year, Aged in Ore Glassware, the official glassware of Matt Madness, and Alec Bradley Cigars, finest cigars on planet Earth. I want to thank both of them for sponsoring Matt Madness. You guys are great. Friggin' nice.
I second that. Both fine sponsors with fine products.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Wow. That's better than anything you're drinking.
Appreciate you, Michael Brandon.
Alrighty. So we have one more nosing question before we get into the sipping portion of the competition. The fourth and final nosing question is something that is extra easy, and you guys should all get this right. You should all get this right, I would imagine. If I can find it here again. Here it is. It's a true or false question. It's just a true or false question.
True.
True or false? One of these whiskeys is a finished whiskey. One of them has been finished in a secondary barrel, unbarreled and then rebarreled into something else. True or false?
Do we smell them all or we can't smell them no more?
You can smell them all.
Okay.
When the music begins, you can smell all three. Have at it when the music starts. When the music starts, you can start smelling all
They were
three.
already sitting in their answers. They didn't even know.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's do it.
Damn it, I should have said it.
Matt plays your song and the madness continues. My writer's block is starting to cause issues. My therapist says I need to get away. Another Friday's here and I'm left without a choice. Matt hasn't replied to a single invoice. What can I do? I gotta keep making fun of whiskey too. Working Matt Madness, singing songs and writing timers, barely getting by. What's with Friday double headers? Matt just asks for more, as if songs just grow on trees.
All right. Time is up. Glasses down. Answers are in, and I'm a little nervous to look at the scoreboard, but I think I will. I want to see how things are going after the nosing round. Personally, very interesting. Very interesting. We have what some people would consider to be a toy game. A toy game.
Tweet like a twigger.
That's right. Friggin'
It's
toy.
tied in that we all have 12 points, or it's tied in that we all have 0 points.
Either way, it's close.
Yeah, I mean,
Fixing to
either
find
way,
out.
no matter what, it's close. Griff with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Griff.
Come on,
Appreciate
Nimrak.
the heck out of you. Oh my goodness. How do you think you're doing? Do you think that you guys are doing well, or do you think that things could get better? What do you think, Boozle?
I believe I've got all of those correct.
And I think Bruzel's lying.
Well, Joe, how do you think you're doing?
You can't say I'm lying, because whether I did get them correct or not, I believe that I got them all correct.
A
That's what I'm
liar.
saying.
I would never
That's
cross
not
out a
lying.
face.
I believe. I may be wrong, but I'm not lying.
Yeah. Guess what? R. Kelly thought he could fly.
Mhm.
And he did. Right on into jail.
Yeah.
Locked up. David,
Thrasher.
0 confidence.
Appreciate you, bro.
I have
your
no
nose
confidence
treating you
in
right
my
tonight?
answer so far.
you
I'm
what?
sorry, what?
We talked over each other like a couple of idiots.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like we've never done this before.
Yeah, it's almost like it's maybe our second time talking to each other, and that's all right. Sometimes we're just I sometimes do my own awkward like mirror of myself, and then I'm not calling you awkward. I'm just saying that you
Sure,
choose
sure.
to talk whenever I'm being awkward. Mike, World's Top Whiskey Taster 2021. I mean, confidence must be just peeking out for you like a mountaintop in Colorado.
Thank you. I appreciate the confidence in me. I'm like 50-50, right? Sometimes bourbon smell like rye. Sometimes rye smell like bourbons.
That's
Don't
right.
worry, Nimrak.
Barley always smells like barley, so I know I got that one. But, I like to supplement my nosing with tasting when I can.
Mhm. Thrasher, $20 super chat. Go, Joe. Independent Joe, that is. I've seen
This
him
is Thrasher
practicing.
walking through whiskey meetup.
That must have been before his first
Thrasher's
night of
amazing.
drinking. The second day of Thrasher is a little bit more like, Sometimes Thrasher goes a bit hard and gets a little bit thrashered. That's all. That's all good. I love him. I love that man.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the tasting round. I think that you deserve to be tasting. That's what I
Yeah.
got to say about that. We have 4 tasting questions. We have an A question, a B question, a C question, and then
An overall question.
yes, then an overall question. Thank you.
Yes.
I feel then sometimes I get people in there who finish my sentences and do it correctly. I feel like that is amazing.
It happened ever since we had each other's bean bags in our hands, holding them real tight, tossing them around together. It was really
Sweating.
awesome. It was magical.
We were sweating in the hot sun.
In the hot sun, yeah.
Really.
I would
don't know
like
about
to
you, but
know.
TJ, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable.
That's
yeah.
all
Do
right.
y'all need a room? Do y'all need some privacy? Like you could put us in the waiting room if you need to.
Ruzel, HR's here.
What's HR?
Human resources, baby.
Well, I understand that, but I didn't get it.
It was not a good joke. I'm sorry.
No, well, he's complaining about my sexual harassment.
Oh yeah. You know, I don't even notice. I just get hit on so often by all types.
But no, I didn't mean
it's
it that
okay.
way, though. He just has a dirty mind.
When the music begins, you can start tasting this whiskey. I want to know the age of this whiskey based off the taste. Is this just the age? How long has it been aged in the barrel? You're going to get 5 points for the correct guess, 4 points for being a year off, and then it dwindles down. Your scores dwindle. You can be up to 4 years off in either direction and still earn a point. So when the music begins, I want you to taste sample A and tell me the age of this whiskey. When the music begins, you may begin tasting it. And I taste victory for one of you. Which one? I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. Let's do it.
Perry, you should be wary. Clifton has a secret superpower. Perry, Fry Guy, you better keep a close eye, cause here is why you'll lose. The Cliffy bus is coming, I see him drinking something. So now you're both in trouble, you're in the loser bubble. Cause Cliffy shows no mercy, and you will lose for surezies. When Cliffy starts his boozing, that's when you'll both start losing.
Okay, time is up, glasses down, and I'm going to go ahead and say that sample A might be difficult. Might not be, though. Some of you just might be right on top of it. Like Joe's been on top of everything this evening so far, pretty good. You got answers just ringing in. Bourbon Matchmaker, if you're still watching, hit the like, people. That'd be awesome. If you hit the thumbs up, that really helps from what I understand. I would like it if you hit the thumbs up. Hey, it's free. It doesn't cost you nothing, and puts a smile on a ginger's face. And I've heard good things about that. Heard lots of good things. Drums and Drams, the reigning defending 2022 Matt Madness World Champion in the house, and he is saying effing Cliffy Bus, one of the best hits to come from Matt Madness. This is a pretty good one. Cliffy Bus is a pretty darn good jam, you could say. Beyond the Row, do you need to come and break this up? No, I think everything is pretty good. I think everything's going fine. I think we're doing okay. I think we're doing all right. You guys are just out of control, and I refuse to let you talk any further.
Fierce.
Sorry, sometimes I just ramble on.
Eyes on the prize.
I'm just regretting my answer on that
It's just
last
a
one.
good
Is what
song.
I'm doing. Sorry, I'm just wallowing in sorrow on that answer. First one I've missed. So I apologize.
You should.
The first one you believe you missed.
No, it's the first one I've missed.
Okay.
He's trying to.
I like the confidence.
He's trying to get an answer from you. Did I get it?
Well, we have
No, I know I'm wrong. I don't need an
550
answer.
people in chat. 559. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really, really appreciate all the viewers. Makes me so happy to see people wanting to watch this. I appreciate everybody for deciding that it'd be okay for them to come spend a Friday night with me. David, Joe, Bruzel, friggin' TJ, Mike, thank you guys for agreeing to this and being good sports. It's awesome.
like
I love having
like
you guys and really appreciate it.
Like a dream come true since you turned down my Valentine, Matt.
Well, you know what?
Sorry about that,
Sometimes-
Mike.
Sometimes you just don't check the mail for a year, and then you end up in big trouble. Big trouble.
He told me
Let's
this was
go
my
ahead.
Valentine's Day gift.
What about your Valentine, Joe?
That this was my Valentine's Day gift to come on the show and hang out, drink some whiskey with you guys.
Well, your teddy bear is on its way, and its name is David. I think we should taste Sample B.
Heck yeah.
Sample B is a question based off the alcohol percentage of this whiskey. I would like to know the proof of this whiskey. What is the proof of Sample B? When the music begins, you can begin tasting it. You're going to earn 5 points for the correct guess, and you're going to earn as low as 1 point for being as far as 10 proof points off, which is incredible. Incredible.
So I get a point no matter what.
I mean, no.
Oh.
I've seen you guess proofs, David, and you could definitely fall out of the 10-point range pretty easily. Pretty easily. Let's go ahead and play some tunes, and when the music begins, you can begin tasting Sample B.
Whiskey Central said check your IG. I don't know if you read that, David. Sorry, I'm on top of things right now. I'm very focused.
My bad. Okay.
Sorry about that, Matt. Didn't mean to
No, it's okay.
interrupt.
The funny thing is, I read that and didn't say anything. So that's wow. That's my bad. All right. When the music begins, you may begin tasting Sample B.
Grease said in round one he didn't have any fun. Oh yeah. Confused by the rules, he competed in round two. Oh yeah. After Klein had withdrawn, he almost lost to Sean. He talked shit about round two, but then he took the poo. He's Grease the Lightning. Go Grease Lightning, you're drinking in Matt Madness. You were in the finals and now you just look like an ass. Now you're in a jam, you're about to lose this thing to Cam. Grease Lightning.
All right. Glasses down. Glasses down.
Did anybody else see that? I was going to write on the screen with my pen on the phone to send my answer in.
I don't think that's how you go about it, but
Yeah.
it probably wouldn't work either. Probably would not work. We got Keith Casey Weldonhouse just for Matt. Thank you. Dude, Keith, thank you so much. That's incredible. I appreciate that very much. Thank you from the bottom of my NR chart. That's crazy cool and very generous. Todd Korzinski, what's up, Matt? Long day at Ups. Just got on, ready to cheer on Bruzel, Alabama guy here. Friggin' Todd. Looking for a Bruzel victory. Looking for the old Bruzel V.
I may let it down today, but we'll try.
Bruzel.
Then we got Darth Balls. Balls. Darth Balls. That's New York Darth Balls. Matt, I can't grow a beard, but I do love whiskey. Does having a beard affect my ability to be a top whiskey taster someday? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You're going to want to grow the beard first. 100%.
Wow.
Unless, of course, your name is Mike, in which case you can get away with whatever he's got going on.
I'm working on it, man. It's the flavor saver.
So I was wrong. I was definitely wrong then.
He's going for
Thank
the
you, Mr.
Wolverine look.
Like a...
Well, not the animal, the character. He didn't take as much credit as he could have. He did the animal rather than the pushing.
Oh.
I only got one pen. I got a knife somewhere. We could like.
Oh, there you go.
Alcohol and knives. I'm not sure is the best
No.
combination though.
You got locked into the right room. No knives in there. Just...
My mama
Yeah.
said never run around with scissors in my hands, but you know what? Whatever mama doesn't see, she doesn't know.
Yeah, till there's a hole in your leg, and you're like, ah! like
Roll
like you're at
Tide.
Christmas
Nick
day.
says roll Tide. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Don't
Let's
bring
go.
it. You can't say those kind of words on YouTube. You get
Roll
demonetized.
Tide.
An icicle fell from the roof right in my leg. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I don't have a football team or a college team that that makes me so happy. Every time I see Roll Tide and someone's like, oh, F that. Or someone's like, OH. And I'm like, it makes me so happy.
Well, if you're an
Doesn't-
Auburn fan living in Alabama, you wished you didn't have a football team most of the time.
Mm.
You'll always have the Lions, Matt.
No, I'm from the UP of Michigan. There are 3 other professional football teams closer to where I live than the Detroit Lions. Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers, all closer geographically than the Detroit Lions.
I'm sorry, did you just say Duck Bears?
The Bears.
Duck Bears.
Mm-hmm. I think we should move on to
Do
sample
they still have a
C.
football team?
I heard that they're moving somewhere.
Oh,
Is that true? No? Maybe like outside of the city? Probably not. Sometimes I listen to Pat McAfee show just for the hell of it because he just gets fired up about stuff. I like that. I kind of like that. When you taste sample C, I would like you to answer this question.
heck yeah.
The proof. Again, it's another proof question. Super easy. Super easy to do. We already guessed the proof on one. We're going to guess the proof again. And like I said before, earlier today, questions get a little bit different and weird and wild in the main event of Mad Madness. These are the qualifier rounds. This is just kind of some kind of basic stuff. If you think all I do is ask the same questions, that's just because we're getting things fired up and started. Once we get into the main event of Mad Madness, the questions come out of left field. They get a little bit weird, and they're meant to confuse, stump, and throw people for a little bit of a loop. This is just kind of like easing our way into a crazy season of Mad Madness. So I know that I've asked the same question a ton of times, but it's just how we're getting things rolling here. What is the proof of sample C? When the music begins, you may begin tasting sample C. If you're ready, then so am I. Let's do it.
History won't repeat itself. Cameron will succeed. Never doubt that Breeze is done, and we'll realize our dream. Cam's the best around. Breeze will lose to Cameron now. Gonna beat Breeze down. Curled in the field position now. Cam's the best looking guy. Breeze is like the Cobra Kai.
All right, glasses down. Answers in. Lucas says, you have the Nimrods in the UP. We did have, there was a high school and their mascot was the Nimrods. I'm trying to think of the town, the small town. I cannot remember it. Shoot. Nobbinway? No. I don't know. I'm sure he'll tell me. But yes, the Nimrods were a team. That is very, very true.
That one builds. It doesn't feel warm once you put it on your palate, but then it builds.
Ooh, it's a builder.
Like Bob.
Bob the Builder.
Yeah,
I was going to
like
say,
Bob.
can we build it?
Like
Yes, we can.
like Bob Vila, actually.
Wait, so if you build it, they
This
will
old
come.
house.
Today, our Knob Creek pick dropped Field of Beams. So there you go.
Ooh, that's
Perfect
a nice
reference.
pun.
Beautiful.
That's a good one. Friggin' Field of Beams.
Field of Beams. It's family friendly too. So thanks, James B. Beam Distilling Company.
Good to share with all the
Friggin'
family.
Beamers.
Kay
Kay Johnson
knows
says
what's up,
War
though.
Eagle. Let's go Bruzel from Kay Johnson. What's a War Eagle? Is that a college team?
What the heck, man?
Yes, it's a college team.
A
I
War
saw him in
Eagle.
Lord of the Rings. The War
See, in the
Eagles.
South, we like to overdo things. You can't have a mascot. You have to have a mascot and a battle cry. You got to, like Alabama, their mascot's elephants, but they go around screaming this other word that I won't say out loud. Especially
Are you in
now,
Ohio?
you have people to clip it.
Aren't you in Ohio?
Am I in Ohio? Do I sound like I'm in Ohio?
He does not sound like he's in Ohio.
Yeah, in the South, it's not a turkey; it's a thunder chicken.
Oh, that's funny.
Just trying to get
That
to
is-
know everybody.
Waters me.
You know.
It is waters. me.
David's
Waters
just
me.
talking too much.
That's all David does.
Trying
Is
to-
he sits there and doesn't shut up. Blah 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 blah.
I
Blah,
mean,
blah, blah. Shut your mouth.
Stop.
we all know who the beauty is in the brains in that, and David's pretty just sitting there.
Yeah. I sit here. I'm here to be pretty. I'm here for eye candy. I don't know what else everybody wants from me.
Yeah, that's why everybody's rooting for you. I mean, I'm rooting for you after, man, look, man, that shirt is so.
I'm just
Yeah,
jealous
yeah.
of your shirt still. I'm just a sweet idea. I wish I would have had that one. That was nice.
All right.
Well, Bruzel
let's
doesn't
move
like
on.
it.
I think it's a fine shirt. If I survive the next round, I'm going to print a shirt with only your face on it. I mean, you're small on the screen. Nobody can actually see what's going on. You just got a rectangle. Nobody even knows.
Bam!
What's going
Not
on.
small anymore, am I?
It's just going to be your face.
Hey,
with a
everybody!
big X
This
on it on
this
my
is
shirt.
Bruzel.
That's me with a red X on my face.
And I've got a red X on my face.
I think that's a threat. I think
That's
that's
what
that
happens
is.
when we play Squid Games. Bruzel.
Wow, that's
Like-
that's
Only one survives.
jeez Louise. And then turns out it shouldn't have been it was a setup the whole time. My word,
Yeah.
just never even saw it coming. Speaking of not seeing it coming, let's do the fourth and final tasting question. The fourth and final tasting question. Then we're going to find out who's moving on to the main event of Matt Madness.
All right.
I would like to know this about sample B. Is
Right.
sample B a product of the United States of America, Scotland, or Ireland? Sample B a product of the USA, Scotland, or Ireland? When the music begins, you may begin tasting, and I would probably just suggest sample B. Mike, do you have a question, or are you just doing the magic fingers again?
Just jazz handing. Don't pay any.
Jazz
Don't
That's-
mind me.
That's fine. All right. When the music begins, you may begin tasting again.
Let's do it.
Three drinking men, guessing badly. Three drinking men, madness.
Definitely,
Not
Frank.
one of these drinking attractive men are gonna score a point again. Three drinking men are bad at guessing whiskey when Matt's the judge. Smack my ass, smack it.
All right. Time is up. Glasses down.
I missed that one too.
Oh,
Missed that one too. I think
now
I,
I put,
Answers
I
are-
might not be wrong. Like it's a pretty mild Scotch if it's a Scotch.
I put MGP.
You're probably right. I mean, I
You
think
never
all
know.
of, every single malt is sourced from MGP these days, right?
That's right. You never know.
That's the American
Because
single malt we've all been
never-
looking for.
No.
A sherry cask
Oh.
finished American single malt.
Here for the whiskey wimps.
Yeah,
That's
that's
They're coming up next. They will be coming up next. Whiskey Wimps, Brian and Matt will be
Oh,
coming up shortly. I do want to say again, thank you guys. We're going to go into the results. We're going to find out who's moving on. But before I do that, I just want to give you all the most man love I can. And I love you guys.
we love you, man.
Now let's find out.
We love you too, Matt.
Let's find out.
You look great, by the way.
Oh, shucks. Thank you so bad.
Beautiful. Boy, you're beautiful. Just beautiful.
Well, let me say this. I've been before we go there. I'll pat myself on the ass once. Smack my ass, smack myself.
Sorry,
I've been
Dave.
saying that I've lost roughly 100 pounds in over
Yes.
the last year. Today is I hit my 100-pound mark. I'm 102 pounds. So
Congratulations, brother.
that was today. That happened
well
today.
done. That's
That's
awesome.
awesome, man.
I was hovering around like the 98, and then we went over today. So we're down. We're down a hondo, which feels good.
That whiskey diet is incredible. I'll tell you what.
It is. you
Tater
know?
Dom in the house.
It's all light whiskey. That's the main thing. That's a joke. All right. I asked you to smell sample A and tell me what the primary grain was. Ruzel said rye. Joe said rye. David said rye. Mike said corn. The correct answer, primary grain of sample A was corn. I then asked the same question for sample B.
Hey,
All
Matt.
of you said malted barley, and all of you were correct. What?
Hey, Matt, can I guess a label on A just for shits and
Not
giggles?
yet. Let him go through it, man. Come on,
Let me
Mike.
get there. Let me
Have
get
a
there,
lot of
Mike.
rye in it.
Moving on to sample C, I said prime. I won't tell you the bottle until I'll give you a guess for sure. Primary grain of sample C: Bruzel corn, Joe corn, David corn, Mike rye. Correct answer: corn. I then asked if there was a finished whiskey in the bunch. Y'all said yes. Y'all were wrong. There's no finished whiskey in the bunch.
Damn it.
Really?
I then asked you to taste sample A, guess the age. Bruzel 3, Joe 6, David 4, Mike 10. Correct answer 8. Then said guess the proof of sample B. Bruzel 94, Joe 87, David 86, Mike 86. Correct answer 80. Third glass, sample C, guess the proof of this. Bruzel coming in with a 114, Joe with a 133, David 102, Mike 117. Correct answer 115. So Bruzel right there, and David or Mike also right there too. I then said, where was this whiskey from? The final tasting question. All of you said Scotland. All of you were wrong. On opposite day, you were correct. It is a Scotch. Mike, what did you want to guess the label on? Which one?
A.
What was your guess?
It smells like a turkey product to me, and I was thinking it got to be like a Russell's Reserve. But then, if we're at 8 years, Wild Turkey, Kentucky Spirit, 8 year.
Should have kept your mouth shut. That's fine. No big deal. Just joking. So we had a close game. We had a 12 to 14 to 15 to 17. The podium today with 14 points, Independent Joe with a bronze medal. With 15 points, the silver medalist this evening, Bruzel. And with a grand total of 17 points, he's the 2021 World South Whiskey Taster from the All Things Whiskey podcast, Mike, everybody. Moving on to the main rounds of Matt Madness. Congratulations, Mike.
Sorry, David, I was rooting for you, but Mike had to win.
I came in second. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Hey, it's hard to compete against the world's greatest whiskey taster.
I came in third place. I'll take it.
Hey, I'll tell you what, guys, it's been a hell of a ride here. A lot of fun. I'm a Broncos fan, so I got to say, let's ride and cry a little bit inside.
I see that.
Words of wisdom.
But I don't, because I don't follow it. Sample A was Calumet Farm 8 year. Calumet Farm 8 year. It's Barton.
Sample C was Calumet Farm 8 year?
Sample A. Sample A. Yeah. You guessed it was 3 years old because,
Because
that's kind of
does it taste that old? Now my palate
Sample
shot
B.
today. I'll at least give that, but that does not taste 8 years old.
Sample B, Glenmorangie X. It's a single malt Glenmorangie X.
Ooh, you
actually
like
this.
You hit us with the mixer.
Dude, I like this. I'll drink this. I like it. Am I crazy? I don't know.
It's
I like
great in a raspberry smash. Del Frisco's has that on their menu. It's an incredible cocktail. Look that one up.
You know what? I like a good mixer, whether it's a party or a drink, whatever. And sample C was Iron Root Harbinger, Auf, Texas.
Damn it.
Iron Root Harbinger.
Damn it.
115 proof Iron Root Harbinger.
Is that aged in a small barrel? Like it tastes like it's got some rapid aging on it.
Yeah.
It's
like staves or something.
It's just Texas. They pump these puppies Texas. In. It's so hot in those barrels. That's why. Guess how old it is, Bruzel. Guess how long it was in that damn barrel. 32
not
months.
That long. Yeah.
Less than 3 years to get that much oak out of that thing.
Rapid aging.
I mean, anything in Texas is rapid aging.
My buddy blinded me on a Garrison Brothers cask strength bourbon, and it was so dark and spicy. I was like, and it tasted like it was like stout finished. It was such a strange flavor combination there. I couldn't believe it when he told me what it was.
Well, that was fun. That was a little bit of a curveball, a little bit of Scotch in there, a little bit of Texas whiskey, but it's kind of fun to do once in a while. I got to bring in Shayla if she's able to come in. Shayla, pronunciation on the Scotch. How'd I do?
Glenmorangie. I think you said it right.
Yes.
Just don't say Glenmorangie, and you're good.
I didn't.
Yep. Good job. Good job.
Right. Thank you, Shayla, for keeping score.
Freaking
appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Just rocking the score keeping.
Yeah,
and everybody, thank you guys for playing. Thank you for being a part of Matt Madness. I really appreciate it. It makes me so happy that you guys say yes.
Hey, congratulations.
Sorry to everybody out there. I didn't get past the first round, qualifier round.
It's okay,
appreciate
Joe.
everybody's support, though. Keep supporting this. This is freaking awesome. Thank you, Matt. Freaking awesome, dude.
Thank you, Matt.
Appreciate it.
Well done.
Heck yeah.
Well done, Joe, TJ, and Mike.
Thank you,
guys.
gentlemen. Thank you, Matt. Been an absolute pleasure. Always fun hanging out, drinking whiskey on a Friday night.
I never even said this. This is the first time I've said this. If anyone's wondering about matchups, how anything got matched up tonight, I literally I asked people to pick their time slot. So all these matchups were created by randomness, which was kind of neat. There were a couple towards the very end where there was only a couple spots left, but the majority of these were just picked completely at random.
Love you
So
guys.
kind of neat. All right. Have a great night, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll talk soon.
Hey,
Bye, guys.
thank you, Matt.
Everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Well, that was the seventh qualifier round for Matt Madness. Congratulations, Mike of the All Things Whiskey podcast. Moving on to the main event of Matt Madness. Don't leave yet. There's still one more round of whiskey tasting action to come. We have 4 more competitors coming right at us so hard. And I want to thank everybody for being in chat. 600 people still in chat. Hells yeah. Thank you, DC, for reminding me to tell everybody not to go anywhere, because I didn't even mention that. Would have been super, super smart of me to bring that up, but I didn't. Anyway, we have 4 more competitors vying for the final spot, the final Matt Madness main event spot. And when I say main event, it's the main tournament. Fresh music. It's going to be a little bit more rock and crazier questions. It's going to be a ton of fun, but I appreciate everyone for saying yes to being in the qualifying rounds. Let me bring in first. This man is guilty of being what some people consider to be, I don't know, maybe just giving verdicts on things. And I should just shut up. His name's Marcus. He's a bourbon judge. What's going on, dude?
What's going on, Matt? How are you, brother?
I'm doing great. So like each one of these rounds, I feel like I'm in a time crunch because like I've got other people coming on. Now it's the final one of the evening and I feel a little bit more relaxed. And that's what happens every time where I'm like, there's nothing after.
You can breathe,
me taking a deep breath, taking a little bit of a deep breath, and then we go from there.
Absolutely,
and speaking of a deep breath, this man takes my breath away. He is the bourbon of the week. Chris from Bourbon of the Week. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Matt? I'm glad somebody's a little bit calmed down right now because it's not me.
Are you pumped up or what?
I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. We're going to try and win this here tonight. My entire goal of the whole thing is to get a song written about me by Shelf Turds. So that's where we're at. That's what we're going for.
Oh,
Chris, you always have energy, brother. Chris is always bringing the energy.
If I had to save, if I'm guessing one person who's rooting for Chris, it has to be Cameron, because David always makes fun of Cameron being like too young to drink, and Cameron's got to be like, "Oh, come on, Chris! Like maybe you could just take that little bit of the youngster vibe from Cameron. Who knows?
We got to take that. We'll take that over.
Possibly. Then they're together too. Incredible. Totally incredible. We have a couple guys who do whiskey tasting, what looks like outside. They might be on the edge of their garage, maybe. I kind of started thinking that. But it looks like they're definitely outdoors and drinking. And they're sipping and tasting, and it's so much fun. Everybody, these guys are the opposite of their name. They're no wimps, but that's what their name is. Brian and Matt, the Whiskey Wimps. What's up, guys?
Whoa! Yeah, ready to go, man. Thanks for having us, bro. I'm
cheating
stoked.
off each other's papers.
I can't
already.
cheat.
I can tell.
Oh wait, listen. I woke up this morning. I couldn't breathe out of my right nostril, and it just got worse.
No.
I tried to do one of those little like neti pot things, and I just walked outside, and what usually smells like beautiful oaks surrounding my house now it smells like I fell asleep on the Giant's Causeway on the northern coast of Ireland, and a leprechaun peed on my face while I was sleeping. So it's all right.
Well,
I'm good though.
One of our earlier competitors, Savannah, she tried pots before the competition, and it didn't go well for her.
No.
So hopefully your pots are like a little bit more helpful for you. I don't know. Just saying.
Just been drinking some wild turkey now, so I think we're good.
There you go.
Wild Turkey 101 pregame.
Oh yeah.
Get it pre-gaming, getting started a little bit.
We try.
Dig it.
Gotta set the palate.
Seriously, thanks for having us, Matt. Man, it's really cool that you do this and like feature all kinds of smaller whiskey channels and whatnot. Like, you must have a great relationship with Jesus.
He's my homie, yeah. But I know I'd love to have every channel. It's just there's so many now. So many.
So true.
And then it's just hard to get everybody. But thank you guys for saying yes to doing it.
I said yes.
It kind of melts my heart that people say yes and people get excited about it.
We appreciate
You
it.
guys can go ahead and open your
by the way,
samples.
congrats, man. 100 pounds less. That is a damn cool thing, man. That's
Feeling
awesome.
a lot
brother.
better.
Yeah,
Not quite as big as I used to be. But the funny thing is, I do have a history of losing weight and then regaining it. So, I mean, there's a possibility that everyone's real quiet next year and not saying shit. They're like,
What's the lowest you've gotten to?
So a couple times I've lost 130 pounds twice.
Wow.
And then I've gained it back plus some more. So back in like 2012, I was really into fitness. I was like my wife.
By the way.
So I was like 175 pounds back then. But that was like probably a little bit too low.
Dude, is that colored glass? That's dark. Oh, it's brown glass.
Yeah,
Trying to fake us out already.
Because you guys have, since I figured you guys would be tasting together. Actually, I should have asked. Did I ask that or not?
Maybe.
I may have.
You didn't.
Because
so can we
in,
combine then? Are we allowed? Can I cheat off him?
No, that's not what I meant. So I sent you 2-ounce sample bottles instead of 1-ounce sample bottles.
Those
So
are 2
some
ounces.
of them, so some of them were. You need more. All right, Bruzel. That's why Bruzel's like, I can't sip it. You need to go hard over here. Oh my goodness. Let's see. We got everyone here in chat still. 592 people in chat. If you're not subscribed to these guys, please go and give them a subscribe, watch some videos, show them some love. Chris is pumping out content like crazy. He's doing short videos. He's doing Instagram shorts. He's doing long form videos. He's like bourbon of the week, except for 7 days a week, like all day, every day.
From weekly to a lot more than that. So
when you first started, were you doing it with and I might be wrong here, there's a lot of channels, were you doing this with a lady?
With my wife, yes. My wife started out with me and then slowly figured out very quickly that she actually does not like whiskey at all. So she was trying so hard for me, and then very quickly found out this isn't for me and this is your thing. So I kept going.
She resigned.
But
she resigned.
Yep,
She
down.
pops up every once in a while.
That's too funny.
Mrs. Bourbon of the
Desiree
week
Bailey was in here earlier. She's just here for the wimps, she said. So Chris's wife nowhere to be seen. Desiree Bailey here for the wimps.
Bourbon of the week.
Yeah.
Desiree is awesome.
Desiree
is cool.
Rocking it.
That's awesome.
Marcus, what's going on with friggin' Bourbon Judge? How's it going over there? What you got going on that's new? Anything super special?
Yeah, no, just working on a couple of things, working on a couple of barrel picks and trying to bring back Cousin Anita more often. Everyone loves Cousin Anita. She is a true riot. So trying to get her on the channel a little bit more in 2023. So that's about it, brother.
The Grease is in the house. I'd make out with over half these dudes. That's Grease,
that sounds that sounds accurate. Yeah.
For you.
That definitely, that sounds like, oh my goodness gracious.
He's the better kisser.
This is not good.
What about the wimps? Hey, do you guys are you really outdoors or are you in the edge of outdoors? I need to know.
Oh, we are in the midst of the outdoors.
Yeah, no, we got some beautiful oak trees surrounding the house, and I just figured you can't have whiskey without some good oak trees, so we might as well just try it outside. It can be challenging, especially when it's raining
and it's windy.
But
yeah,
right now we're actually in my snake room. We're surrounded by about 80 snakes right now in this little room. I just blacked it out with some sheets.
I appreciate that.
You should have definitely went the other way on that and just terrified everyone. Everyone would have
been. Get the snakes up. We got competition.
I could pull out a 16-foot python right now and just we could go to town. She'd probably wreck the whole studio though.
So could I.
But we'd knock one person out. Think about it.
Wow.
Challenge.
Jeez Louise.
And don't go out and hurt anybody or anything.
No.
Gotcha.
He wasn't kidding. I thought he was kidding. I completely thought
you started it up now, boys.
No, okay.
He's fired up.
That was
now. Here we go.
It's not a 16-footer.
Wow.
She's had a closer baby, so she's kind of skinny right now.
Whiskey tasting YouTube event in February.
Watch out for your face, Matt.
Please don't.
Watch out for your face, Matt. Watch out for your face, Matt.
I thought that Shook playing with like swords on stream was dangerous. That's
now you know why we're called wimps. So there you go.
No, I mean,
go home, Mama.
That is just a large.
You just gave Matt the shivers.
That is a large rodent.
That's what she eats. She eats large rodents.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. Well, I am shooken up.
Stream's over. Let's go home.
So what are we doing today?
Breathe, Jesus.
That was me. That was me doing
That's how I
it.
feel. That's how I feel. All right. Did you guys pour your glasses?
We haven't.
Pour your
Should we?
samples?
No, we
Yeah,
haven't.
go ahead and pour them all. Make sure
Pour 'em
you,
all.
yeah, go ahead and pour them all. Let them get a little bit of air, and then we'll start from there. Grease says, "I will punch that snake to kingdom come."
Oh, she's such a sweetheart, though, Grease. Come on, bro.
I am extremely scared of snakes. If I was there,
Yeah,
I'd be
I'm throwing
rolling.
right there.
No Madness tonight.
Grease would not punch a snake. He would miss.
I know Will's a big fan of him.
I can't even.
Mm-mm.
It's terrifying.
That's my main YouTube, Matt.
We just
That's what?
lost Matt as-
That's my main YouTube is snake stuff.
You have a snake YouTube also?
Yeah. I've gotten to travel around different countries. I'm a full-time YouTuber because of snakes. It's pretty awesome.
What kind of
Okay.
snake stuff exactly?
Yeah.
Mostly pythons, mostly different python species.
What's your snake channel?
Just my name is the main channel, but there's also a Triple B TV that's like interviews with different people throughout the industry and the hobby. But just my Brian Cusco is the channel that blew up the biggest.
That's incredible. I will not watch it. I'll subscribe, and then I will ignore it.
There's a lot of cool family stuff too, though. Like we'll probably film my wife giving birth next month too, so that'll be different.
Will there be snakes?
I love him.
Will there be snakes?
Not in that particular video, probably.
Okay,
not.
I appreciate that part.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. I just picked. It's my natural thing to pick up the glasses.
We are.
The things we learn. The things we learn as we go.
Hilarious, dude.
Why is only delete? I don't want to delete.
She just deleted us. You see? Way to go.
Oh
No, I
dang
didn't.
Unsubscribe.
I just unsubscribed to the wimps. That's all I had to do.
See?
That's all I
it. It's like he stopped commenting like months ago.
He
anyway.
did. He did stop commenting months ago. When I stopped wearing his shirts, he stopped commenting.
We're gonna get kicked off the stream real quick.
No, I haven't I had the cold sweats. That's real. I didn't even know I would have that reaction. I was like, cool, let me see some snakes. Then you did it. Bourbon Lips, I got $10 on the wimps.
That one.
Oh snap! No, not today's not the day, dude. Save your money.
Hey, his right nostril's not working. Why don't you have a snake go in there and take care of it?
I was thinking about doing just that.
Mahomes
Why
didn't
don't
have
you
an
snake your
ankle when he won
nostril?
the Super Bowl, so you guys will be all right.
I'm ready to start. I'm fired up. Let's
All right, let's get started then.
Rock and roll.
Whoa! I gotta pee first.
Not
Wait,
on this
what?
one. Matt, just keep going. He's gonna start talking, and it's not a good idea. This is where we got to keep things rolling, keep it moving.
So in the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'm gonna pee my pants. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, oops! Sorry.
All right.
Oh man,
That's just a good camera.
Oh my god.
$20 on Bourbon of the Week. Oh, I mean, I don't know where all this money's going except for
I
partially
gave
to
him
YouTube.
$20 to say that.
What's our
That's
odds,
good
by
of
the
you.
way?
That's good. Oh my goodness gracious! I think we should get ready. We should get to this nosing round. I was just gonna slow roll it, but now I've got the heebie-jeebies, and that's fine. I haven't said heebie-jeebies since I was like 6. The first 3 questions are questions that you may have heard earlier if you were watching. The first 3 questions are all going to be the very same. We're going to start with sample A, but A, B, and C for nosing are going to be the same question. Just so you know, which is kind of like me just giving you a bit of a heads up. I would just like to know on sample A, when the music starts, you can start smelling sample A. Not until then. But the question is it a bourbon or a rye? That's super easy. Just a real quick question. Bourbon or a rye? When the music begins. Oh, wait, did we get, we got the thing figured out on Instagram with your scoring, right? Wimps? Like,
yes, we have 2 separate chats going. Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome.
Together.
Together. Son of a bitch. Marcus just exited incognito mode. Who knows what he was doing? Jeez Louise. Come on. Get with it. No one's paying attention. Chris, you'll know about incognito mode in a few years.
I'll figure it out one day.
All right. Let's go. When the music begins, you may begin nosing sample A. If you're ready, then so am I.
It's one word of advice. Don't f this up. Here we go again, another week of Matt Madness, another weekly order of songs from Matt. It's getting difficult doing a dozen songs a week. Matt keeps demanding musical distraction. Why did I sign Matt's contract? I am working all night on songs for Matt Madness. Working Matt Madness, singing songs and writing timers, barely getting by. What's with Friday double headers? Matt just asks for more, as if songs just grow on trees. Can someone tell Matt about fair labor practice?
All right, glasses down, answers in. Answers in.
I can't smell a damn thing.
You can't what? Smell a thing?
I can't smell anything.
I'll give you the answer.
Yeah. There's nothing going around that could cause that, so I wouldn't worry. Jeez Louise. So Chris, Marcus, that's pretty good. You got one less competitor you got to worry about smelling things, which isn't important.
Make it a little bit
It's not
easier.
important.
He's actually faking it, by the way, boys. So
That's what I figured.
So, yeah, Terrence Walker, 30 seconds is quick. I want to say this. So Matt Madness, the past 2 years has been, well, last year we had a theme. It was called New Year, New Losers. I had a single barrel. It was a rye 7-year, a 6-year, 7-year MGP rye. And it was the single barrel of Matt Madness. This year we also have a single barrel that's a Matt Madness theme that's going to drop next Friday. It is also from Nulu. It's a double oaked and then finished in apple brandy, 36% rye MGP bourbon. And it is the theme of this year's Matt Madness main event tournament. And it is 2023 Matt Madness Hardcore. It is going to be hardcore this year. Season 3, 2023 Matt Madness Whiskey Tasting Invitational. Hardcore questions, hardcore answers, and a little bit of twist on the rules. So the main event of Matt Madness, all rounds, are going to have hardcore questions where contestants can maybe multiply their points or maybe delete points from others. Every week's going to have a different hardcore theme, and it's going to be hardcore. Also, that single barrel will be available next Friday. Just to let you know.
Plug.
Cool.
Epic.
Like it.
Oh, speaking of double oaks, I had a question. I don't know if I'm allowed to ask it, but I don't know if you're allowed to answer it. Because you've been asking everybody if it's finished or not. Does double oaked count as finished?
Yeah, I would consider a double oaked bourbon finished, like in a secondary barrel. That's why I always say like it's been secondarily barreled, like put it in a different barrel.
That's what I would.
Yeah, I would consider a double barreled whiskey to be finished whiskey.
are you hinting at something?
Damn good
And
question.
good question.
I like that.
Good question. That is probably the best question I received all night.
Is number
So-
2 double?
True.
Not that you care, because you can't smell shit. So that's good. Another tick in time that is it's going to be available to Patreon first, but then after it sells through Patreon, it's going to be available publicly. It's a big yield, so I'd imagine that it won't be sold out inside Patreon. You never know, but I doubt it. This one's at a pretty big yield, so there'll be a link posted next Friday during the Matt Madness stream.
Nice. Sweet.
Let's move on to sample B. Sample B, bourbon or a rye? Bourbon or a rye on sample B. I said B, right? Or did I say C?
You said B.
B.
Nice. That's
C.
incredible.
B.
B.
Sample
As
B.
in B. Boy.
B.
B.
B. B.
As in bourbon.
Sample B. Go ahead, Fred. Smell and sample B.
Comments about the Matt Madness journey. They say things like competition concerns me, and some comments say we don't like the music. I've got one thing to say, so please don't confuse it. If you don't like Matt Madness, then let me invite you to kiss my ass. Oh, if you don't like Matt Madness, oh no.
All right, time's up. Glasses down. Incredible. You guys never heard these are jams from the previous years. They're good.
Oh no, I heard the music. I'm just laughing at like how much of a guess I'm just gonna shoot out there.
Oh, good. They're just guesses. It's fun.
It's 50-50 too. You have a pretty good shot.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Gree says it's a rye. Wow, he's good from even way over there. That's incredible. Wherever the heck he's at.
I just
Let's
went
see
with
here.
Grease. I'm sure he's on.
Like Time Whiskey says, who won the earlier rounds? Well, let me tell you. The first round this evening, it was Robbie from the Chill Filtered podcast won the first round this evening. And then Trenton from SLB Drinks won the second round.
Okay.
And then Mike Outcolt, the 2021 World Stop Whiskey Taster from the All Things Whiskey podcast, won the third round.
Nice.
That is where we are at in this whiskey tasting tournament. Who will win this round? By the looks of it, nobody. So far, so bad. It's not going great.
My money's on the bourbon judge.
That means we all move on. That's all.
That's where I'm at as well. I'm with the
We
judge.
all
Now,
move
this
on.
isn't a zero. No, this is not how that works.
If we tie,
There's a tiebreaker.
Hey, how about we
and-
all pull together and join as one team?
I sent that message out,
Shayla.
but
And let's take on everyone.
Shayla with a solid point. All the podcasts win. That's weird. That is weird. Maybe they're
Let's
up to
unite as
something.
one.
We should
they're
start
up
a
to something. Hey,
podcast.
No.
one of you guys should start a podcast right now.
No,
Just do it.
It's
just
taken.
right now, just
Do
to
it.
win.
Come on, Chris.
Board
Too
Buddha
much.
says spoilers. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have. I mean, we just did it. We just did it. My bad. My bad. I mean, I don't know who won those. Those are a mystery. You have to go back and watch if you want to know. You would have to go back and watch. Sample C, on the nose, bourbon or a rye. When the music begins, you may begin nosing sample C. I am ready, and I'm going to go ahead and play just a little Grease Lightning.
Grease said in round one he didn't have any fun, oh yeah. Confused by the rules, he competed in round two, oh yeah. After Klein had withdrawn, he almost lost to Sean. He talked shit about round two,
Oh.
but then he took the poo. He's Grease the Lightning. Go Grease Lightning, you're drinking in Matt Madness.
Oh, I see. So I see an issue.
You were in the finals and now you just look like an ass.
I have an issue. I have a major issue.
Me too.
Chris,
Yes?
you were nosing another glass while nosing the glass.
Is that against the rules?
You can't compare glasses. I said when you set them down, you set them down.
That's on me. That's on me. I did not
We
know.
all get a point.
Take the points away. Take them away. Take them away.
You were caught. You were caught in 4K or 1080p.
This is 720p, but that's fine.
It's broadcasting in 1080. Just so.
Okay, that's fair.
But
Take the points
I
away.
look
No,
up.
no, no.
I
Rules are rules.
I make you big, and I see this, and I was like, he looks like a good smeller. And then I see this,
The second glass.
and I was like,
I was
It's almost a
unaware of
table
this rule.
flip. Table flip.
Chris, you're funny. That's funny.
They're even different labels on the glasses, so I couldn't even lie to you. Take it away.
Point.
3 points.
we'll see where we go. We'll have
Let
to
him
see where
slide.
this
Let him
goes.
slide.
Whoa! I mean, coming
if I
from the
win by
bourbon
one,
judge.
it's gonna
The
be a
judge?
different
It's all
story.
good.
You're letting him go? Day of
Wait,
execution?
which glass did you smell, Chris?
Did I compare the two? Which
Which ones did you compare?
I was comparing A and C.
Marcus, Brian, Matt, you can right now compare A and C. You can spell them both right now.
All right.
To-
A
next to
and
each other.
C.
There we go.
Yep, you can
By
spell
the
them
way,
both
you
just
didn't
for
say
a
my
second.
name. You didn't say my name, by the way. You
I said Brian and Matt.
Here we go. Good.
Yep. Smells like
Whiskey?
leprechaun ding dong.
Now I honestly feel like I made that really fair. Somehow I came up with that.
That was super fair.
Everybody's
Worked out,
good.
see?
Does anybody want to change their answer though? That's the question.
Nope.
No, that's we're not going there. Wait, you're making up rules now too.
I just wanted to make sure we were good. I'm good now.
We're definitely good.
One hand is the new rule. One hand behind the back.
Nick the Greek, bourbon judge for the win. Case dismissed. Boom.
Bang the gavel. Bang the gavel.
Do you have one?
Bourbon judge.
He's got to have
Oh,
one,
of course
right?
he's got a gavel, bro.
Wait.
Bourbon judge.
I feel like I've asked this before, but I need to ask it again because if I have the question, there's a general rule that other people have the question as well, right? Like if one person has it, then like it's like in a classroom. Like
At least 100 other people have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcus, are you a real judge?
You know, I get asked that all the time, Matt. I am
Well,
not.
no shit.
I'm a boring banker.
Okay.
A boring banker.
I mean, hey, that's just now everybody knows. If my name was friggin', I don't know,
You need help with one?
Urban Snake Keeper, and people would be like, "Do you keep snakes?" And I would say, "No, I do not." And why do people keep asking me that? I'm just kidding. But I do love it. I do love the whole thing is great.
You're funny.
All right. So we just did the 3 noses. Let's do the 4th nose in question. The 4th nose in question is not the same as the 3 because that would be really ridiculous. I would like to know if true or false, the true or false question. True or false? It's around here somewhere. It's around here somewhere. Why is it? Oh, here it is. True or false for 3 points. One of these is a finished whiskey. When the music begins, you may begin nosing these glasses. All I want to know is true or false. Again. Is there a finished whiskey in this group? Go ahead and nose these glasses. No tasting yet. Just nose them when you nose them or when the music's just.
I can nose all of them this time, correct?
Not you, Matt.
Twice.
Me, Matt. Telling myself to shut
Twice.
up.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not allowed?
Twice.
Brian, answer for me.
All right, here we go.
And now you have your chance. Are you the whiskey king? Full-grown men here on my screen. Whiskey king can't be beat by the Rio Breeze. Oh yeah. You can sniff, you can guess, answer without being right. Oh, guess it wrong.
Time's up. Put your glasses down. Glasses down. Answers in.
Glasses down.
I'm going to bring in our scorekeeper really quick. I want to make sure I handled that fairly. Shayla Bott, did I handle that fairly?
I was so proud of you, Maddie. Yes, you did such a good job.
Yeah, I felt like, you know what? I was like, how am I going to do this?
I know. I was
And
kind
then
of
it
wondering.
just-
I was like, oh shoot, and then I was like, oh my god, he came up with literally the best solution. That was so good.
Yeah, I should have went to you and asked you, but I didn't want to
I
put
know.
you on the spot.
I wouldn't have come up with that. I would have been like, I don't know. Sorry. So
I
good
would have
job.
kicked me off. I'll be honest with you. I would have just deleted my page and I would have unsubscribed to myself.
myself out.
Unsubscribe myself.
Shortest week ever, right? Like,
Also, just want to say, nice to meet you guys. By the way.
Hey, you too.
yeah, sorry I didn't bring you in earlier. I was.
Oh no, you're
I'm
totally
just
good.
not smart.
You're
I'm
fine.
totally not smart.
All good. All good.
Hey,
But-
so false means it's not finished and true means it is finished.
I kind of know what you mean when people say yes or no or true or false. I'm like, I know what you're saying, so you're good.
But I still don't know what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
False means there's no finish.
I thought you
So-
meant for me. Sorry.
True means
He's
there's
making
a
your
finish.
life difficult. I'm so sorry.
The statement was there is a finished whiskey in this group.
Gotcha.
Is that
10-4.
statement true or is that statement false?
10-4. Just want to confirm.
Yep. Sorry.
And by 10-4, you mean
So it is finished or it's not finished. Which one was that? I didn't catch what you said. Sorry. It's finished or not?
So, is there a finished whiskey?
Sorry, I was just being a smartass. Just ignore me.
Oh,
Bring the
okay.
snakes out.
Oh,
Bring your snakes out.
That
No,
was-
keep your snakes in.
Hey, Chris, do you need a new member on your team?
I might have to.
All right, I'm coming over.
Beautiful. See you soon.
okay. All right. I think we need to get to the tasting round. I am ready. Do I want to look at the score sheet? Kind of. I'm going to go ahead and look at it. I
I'm
gotta see
still
it.
working on it, but
Oh, no peeking.
Interesting results thus far. Am I impressed? Yeah. I'm very impressed
Not with
with
me.
your ability to do what you're doing.
I do have a Matt Madness glass. C.
You do?
I do.
+2.
Is it an aged in ore? Then negative point. You lost a point for not using an aged in ore glass.
Ah,
It's season.
Boom, earns a point. That's just
I got a
it.
point.
But if you're-
I got a point.
Wait, hold on. I
But-
can
Hey, that's mine. You're messing around, bro.
I kid. I do feel like this
You said it to me.
this is fun. Sometimes the last one of the evening is the most fun. It's like, a little bit more of a breather, not as much stressfulness. I don't know. Marcus is kind of like
I'm stressed.
Being a little quiet, but I expect that. Once in a while from a judge.
He's just
Judge.
That was a good pop.
Banker.
I didn't sip as much before I started. That's the reason why.
You never thought of bourbon banker?
Nah, it's too boring.
He's like, no, that's my real job.
Oh no,
Bourbon in the bank?
mysterious.
This one's money. Cha-ching.
Ooh.
That's your
Somebody's gonna start
catchphrase.
a new
Oh,
channel.
or
I like that. Wait,
you could have been bourbon loan officer and been like,
bourbon loan officer.
bourbon
Denied.
denied. You know what I mean? I'm done.
Brand change.
I love it.
Mhm.
All right. Let's get to the tasting round. We should get to the tasting round. Thank you, Shayla. Appreciate your confidence, your vote of confidence in me. Awesome. Let's get to the tasting round. We have 3 glasses in front of you, and I would like you to, when you first sip glass A, I have a really simple question that I've asked basically everyone who's competed in the qualifier so far. I want to know the age of this whiskey, the age of sample A. And the further you get from the correct answer, the less points you'll get. But you're still earning points even for being 4 years off, which is pretty good where I come from. When the music begins, you can taste sample A only, Chris, and you can go ahead, just one of them, just one. That's why I do them one by one.
That's fair. I agree. I messed up.
Chris is gonna sip them all.
I'm trying them all.
I need you to, what do you call it? To do exactly what you're doing. I'll shut up. When the music starts, you start tasting glass A. Here we go.
Madness clock lifted one-handed, whiskey samples at the door. Picture this, imagine Perry butt naked and now trying to guess his score. Why does Brian look like he is lost without Drew whiskey? Why do 10 people leave Matt Madness every time we start to sing? How could you a sip a grand carrot from the topper? How could you the root the phone apparent on the stopper? How could you not to call a Cliffy bigger papa? How can then the Brian and the Rocket be proper? How could you
I have no idea about the end of that song, but I love it. Glasses down, answers in, age of this whiskey. Thad, we should have those available next week as well. I need to talk to Keegan and Agent Or, but those should be available. If not next week, then very soon. But I'll let you know about the Agent Or Matt Madness classes. Should be coming soon. Coming soon. Coming soon. Sean Paisley. Sean's still in the house. That makes me so happy. Sean says, best song today. You know, Sean, it makes me so happy. It melts my heart. It warms me on the inside that you're here still. Shook couldn't be bothered. You know, he's just, you know, who knows what he's
got
doing.
kids.
Probably dirty things. Dirty things. Which I appreciate. I can get on board with that. Stuff and Whiskey's here also. Josh and Aaron in the house. How are you guys? Freaking love it.
First round killer last year.
Nashville's finest.
First round killer last year.
Sean will actually be competing next week. Sean Paisley, everyone, will be competing next week in the first main event bracket of Matt Madness.
All right.
The Grease says, how the hell do I not have a wrench? I don't know. Let me just pull out an example. If I'm sure I have one that's like on standby.
Dude, Josh is the man, dude. I just gotta say, Josh is the man.
I
Josh
don't
is
know which
great.
one. Like Josh,
He
like
is.
me better or like you better?
Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
Matt, you dumb idiot.
Give him the wrench.
Oh, so
I
good.
should wrench. I don't know. He could go on a power trip. You just never know. Sean says, I'll be on next Friday at 9 p.m. and frisky things are reserved for the 1 hour break between rounds. There's no hour break next week. There's no hour break between rounds next week, Sean. We're going straight back to back, 9 and 10. Let's do sample B. Sample B on the palate. I would like to know on sample B, I think it's the same question. It is. What is the age of this whiskey? Sample B, the age of this whiskey. If you're ready, then so am I, the age. Let's pump out some music, get this biatch friggin' started, and I want the age of sample B. Age of B.
History won't repeat itself. Cameron will succeed. Never doubt that Breeze is done. We'll realize our dream. Cam's the best around. Breeze will lose to Cameron now. Gonna beat Breeze down. Curled in the fetal position now. Cam's the best looking guy. Breeze is like the Cobra Kai.
All right, time is up. Glasses down. Get your answers in, everybody. Get your answers in. Griff with a $10 super chat. Appreciate it, Griff. Friggin' Griff. It's like Griff from Back to the Future. I love that movie. One of my favorite movies. Anybody else? What?
What? Back to the Future? It's a great movie.
No, what were you laughing about?
I was laughing about how completely blind I am right now to all flavor and taste.
That's not a good thing. That is
no, it's great. I'm having fun. That's all that matters.
When he wins, I'm gonna feel even worse about myself, just so everybody's aware.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Hello,
Oh,
McFly.
Oh, straight comedy.
Well, no, Biff. So Derek, by the way, Derek and his wife Ashley are the ones who beat us in the Pours in the Park bags tournament, me and Independent Joe. So I call him Derica, and Ashley loved it, and now she calls him Derica. I'm super sorry about that, by the way, Derek. Did not mean to start a thing, but Biff was in, I think, Back to the Future 1, and then Griff. I think there's like a Griff in Back to the Future 2, I believe. Pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I do believe there's a Biff and a Griff. Might be wrong. That's why I normally don't do anything, like give anything that has to do with like the history of whiskey unless I'm really realistically reading it right beforehand, because
I think when they actually went to when he went to the future and he had the hoverboard. Yeah, I think that was the Griff.
Yeah.
Was that 2? Was that 3? The hoverboard.
I think
that was
3
2.
was
3 was like at the old Wild West.
Wild West.
Oh, Wild West. Yeah, the Wild West. Yeah, the train.
Didn't the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles go like back in time, like to some stupid pyramids or something? Then Ninja Turtles 3. It's like the third one. They always do something stupid that nobody wants. Like, let's go back to the wild. Nobody wanted that. You know, whatever. SLB Drinks is here. Love all you other guys, but my money is on the judge. Dun dun dun. Friggin' Judge Marcus.
They don't let you down there, SLB.
Getting a lot of love tonight. Everybody, even we said he was going to win.
And then Jonathan Cook, who knows
my money's on
movies.
Bourbon of the Week.
Griff was a modified version in the future, so I was right. Hells yeah, we were good. We got that one right.
SOB is awesome too, man. It's so chill. I feel like I just put that on, just like fall asleep to it. It's like, oh, this is nice.
That's either a compliment or the opposite.
Oh, it's a huge compliment. It's a huge compliment.
No. I'm the same way. Like I know that this isn't like chill, but I'm the same way about Dan and Sean. Like I listen to those guys. Like I listen to old live streams at night and fall asleep to them yelling about which knives are better. Oh, I got a new blade. Stab you in the leg.
You probably dream of them too. You probably dream. You can actually hear him talking in your dream. Yeah.
Lately, I've been falling asleep with an earbud in, which I shouldn't do. I know, but like I'm listening to stuff. And you know what? I almost said what I did in my dream last night, which isn't what you think, but it's something that I actually couldn't say because somebody could clip it and then actually probably send me directly to like a penitentiary, maybe even the judge. I built.
This is America, Matt.
I was listening to. I was listening to like old, like history about like reactor meltdowns and stuff like that. And then like it auto plays into other videos that are related. So like in my dream, I built something in my home that like nobody could ever build in their home. Like I had something and I was like, you don't want to touch that because it's really dangerous. But it's just these dreams are just getting. I gotta stop falling asleep with earbuds in. That's for sure. Sad. Matt, thanks for what you do. From bourbon and weight loss to bourbon history to Matt Madness 3 team. The Bourbon Judge. See the way I figured that out real quick? TBJ.
Yeah, that was good.
Hey.
Quick.
Heck yeah. Did we taste C yet? We didn't, did we?
We did not.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
Chris probably has.
I already tasted it. I compared it to A as well. So if anybody's curious.
That's good. That is good. Let's taste C. On C, another extra easy question. What is the proof of sample C? When the music begins, you may begin tasting sample C. What is the proof of sample C? And sharing a video file. Oh, a little bit of cheersies. Nice. I kind of like it. Kind of like it. Ding.
Put your glass down, boy.
I'm ready. I'm fired up, boy.
We
Let's
only
do
got
this.
30 seconds. Got to be as close as we can.
Exactly, right here.
Don't smell it. Don't smell it. It's
Hey,
not
get
smelling rounds over.
Ding him. Ding him a point.
That poor guy, guy. Turn off the madness. Turn off the Friday night. Turn off the madness. Oh my gosh. You know that we were back. Madness. Turn off the madness. Grab a glass. Turn off the madness. Smack my ass. Turn off the madness. Beat the trees. You know that we were back. Madness.
My
focused on the judge,
apologies
huh?
to everybody
Bad.
who had their significant other in the room with them.
All right. Glasses down, answers in. That was a little proofy question, a little bit of a proof question. Return of the map. Wow. He's got a dreamy voice.
Yeah,
for
that's a
being,
great song.
He's got such a wide range. He can literally do anything. Sean, you're right. Tagging in mobile needs to be better than non-existent, right? Like you can't. Why can't it do the same thing that it does on desktop? Like you type @ and then the letter of someone's name and then it gives you a list. Like you should be able to do that.
Yeah, and that's a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm. People are like, you hate me because you don't ever reply to me in chat. And I'm like, no, I can't type in my friggin' whiskeychannel.com ! The correct way. David, jeez, to tag you correctly. It's so hard. So hard. Jason W, that shirt is hanging. Oh, this shirt's not hanging on me. This shirt's friggin'. It's toy like a turtle or whatever. Bourbon Junkies, $10 super chat. I've been here since 9 Eastern, good sir. I know. I like giving you crap because I like to see your name pop up in chat. You don't have to super chat me, but Dan's still not here. So bring it on. Just a joke. That's a joke. How confident are you guys in how you're doing? Marcus, how you doing? How you think you're doing, man?
Not good.
I'm looking over my answers and I'm wondering why.
We'll see there.
Chris, killing it?
Not feeling great. Not feeling great.
Are any of the wimps doing all right?
Bro, I'm just using the force. That's all I'm doing right now.
You're doing what?
I'm using the force.
The force?
Yeah, like you know when Yoda like makes Luke put on the blindfold and try to defend against that little laser thing that's floating in the air with the lightsaber with his eyes blindfold. That's what I'm doing right now.
Haven't ever watched Star Wars, never will.
What? All right, I'm out of here. See you, Matt.
Alrighty, that makes things a lot easier.
And then
Sean Paisley 100% believe texted Shook to be here. That's funny.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you. Not like that.
To me or to him?
I wouldn't do that to him.
Okay.
I'd do it to you.
And that you've done it before.
Let's see here. We have a 4th tasting question, and then we can get to the results to find out who's moving on to the main event of Met Madness. Let's see here. We have question numero 4 for tasting. Now, this is a kind of a difficult concept. It's a difficult concept. See, words are hard for me, but I need you to pay attention and listen really closely. This is called a true or false question. I'm going to give you a statement, and then if you believe that statement is true, you'll write true. If you do not believe it's true, you'll write false.
I appreciate the clarity.
So will Shayla understand if I write yes?
True or false? All 3 samples in front of you are from the same distillery. True or false? For 3 points. When the music begins,
we can taste them.
Wait, hold on. Can we taste them again though?
you can. When the music starts, you can taste all 3.
Okay. All right.
And I'll even give you a little extra time. We'll play the Fred Minnick one again. So we'll give you a little extra time. So when the music begins, you may begin tasting. Here we go. Go ahead and start tasting now.
Got a whole set of these. Jim Beam train set decanter.
Music.
Are you going to be mad at me?
No, I mean you could tell me what you think.
Fuck your trade.
I never thought myself a cynic, not even when Fred Minnick grew bored with my refrain. There's a shape I am thinking, a decanter well worth drinking if I only had a train. Every night when I am dreaming, I imagine it a-steaming on railways across the plain. If I seem really motive, it's 'cause I like locomotives if I only had a train.
All right, glasses down. Answers in. True or false? These all came from the same distillery.
What's the answer, Matt?
I won.
What's the answer?
I am very interested in these results.
I'm not.
Was Cusco throwing a curveball and he knew he was on top of his game the whole time and just didn't want anybody to know?
No, I'm ready to roll up some
Patrick
blunt.
Mahomes shot him up, little PEDs before the game, you know, kept him going.
PEDs.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
ready.
my gosh.
All right. Let's take a peek here. See if the scores are in yet, and they are. All
Wow,
right.
she's on it, huh?
She didn't look
Good.
at mine.
She
Yet.
lives.
She didn't even look at mine yet. How does she
She
know
didn't
my
look at
score?
mine. Does that mean I'm out?
I mean, she knew you had lost already. We lost
no,
already.
she was just like,
doesn't know.
there's not even a point.
He's got 2 points going to the last round. It don't matter. Me too.
That's why she can rap.
That's probably true.
All right. You ready for some results action? Let's find out who's moving on. I think I'm ready. I'm ready. You're ready. We're all ready. Let's see. This was another close one. Another kind of a high scoring game, actually. Kind of nice. Kind of nice to see. We have, okay, there's no tie. That's good to see. All right. No ties in
Guys,
in
who
the
didn't live?
qualifier rounds.
Who didn't stay on their point here? We had a plan.
All right. On sample A, I asked you to know sample A and tell me if this was a bourbon or a rye. Brian and Matt guessed bourbon. Chris and Marcus guessed rye. The correct answer was bourbon.
What's up?
I then asked the same question for sample B, bourbon or rye. Brian guessed rye on sample B.
Suck.
Matt guessed rye on sample B.
You suck too.
Chris guessed bourbon, and Marcus guessed bourbon for sample B. Then we moved to the correct answer on that one, I'm sorry, is bourbon. We moved to sample
Right back in it.
We moved to sample C. I asked it's the same question, bourbon or rye. Brian bourbon, Matt rye, Chris rye, Marcus bourbon. Correct answer, bourbon. All three were bourbon. I then asked if there was a finished whiskey in the bunch. All of you answered no, except for Marcus answered yes. The correct answer was no. We then moved on to the tasting round. I asked you to guess the age of sample A. Brian guessed 4.
What? No, I didn't.
Is that right? No, I'm sorry. You guessed 8. My apologies.
Sorry.
Matt guessed 12. Chris guessed 7. Marcus guessed 8. Correct
4 is
answer,
probably right.
9.
Yeah,
Correct
what's
answer
up,
was 9.
Marcus?
There we go.
I then asked you to
That was
guess
pretty
the
close.
age. Guess the age of sample B. Brian said 5. Matt said 8. Chris said 5. Marcus said 5.
Oh,
correct
snap.
answer 9.
Oh, what the?
I then asked you to guess the proof of sample C. Brian 105. Matt 121. Chris 100. Marcus 95. Correct answer 120.
Oh my God! Oh,
We found our winner.
We're moving on.
I then asked, are all 3 of these from the same distillery? Brian, yes. Matt, yes. Chris, yes. Marcus, false. Correct answer was yes. We have a close game, a very close game. But before we get to the answers, I want to show you what were in the glasses. Okay. In sample A, you were drinking Knob Creek Single Barrel.
Yes.
Ah,
In sample B, you were drinking the same Knob Creek Single Barrel.
God.
Oh, wow.
And in sample C, you were drinking the same Knob Creek Single Barrel. All of these pours were exactly the same.
that's so fucked up.
I love that. I love that so much. That's something
Same
I would
bottle.
do to my little sisters.
That
for
is so
sure.
wrong. That is so wrong, Matt.
Hey, I had to have a little fun for the last one, the last qualifier round. So you guys killed this bottle pretty much.
That was so good, dude.
Oh man.
But that's great though. That's the beauty of blind, right? You never.
Hilarious.
That was so good.
And
That's
then you
such a
get in
good
your
move.
own head, and you start wondering, like just seeing these answers makes me giggle because it's like, like
That 125 proof rye.
If someone did it to me, I'd do the same thing. Yeah, Brian says bourbon, rye, bourbon. Matt said bourbon, rye, rye. Chris said rye, bourbon, rye. Marcus said rye, bourbon, bourbon. And then the ages 8 and 5, 12 and 8, 7 and 5. It's so funny. So yeah, they're all the same bottle.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
You
so
never
much.
know. You never know what's coming. And
That's funny.
I was worried that you all were going to catch on, and then I was going to look like, then be like, it's a tie. I don't know what to do.
Hey, if I didn't have my nose stuck in a leprechaun's butt tonight, I would have caught on right away. I'm just saying. I don't know.
So anyway, the final score, Marcus with 11 points, and then in the podium, the bronze medalist tonight, Chris with 13. Brian, the runner-up, with 17, and moving on to the main event of Matt Madness, Matt from the Whiskey Wimps with 19 points. Congratulations,
Yeah,
Matt.
bro,
Congrats.
dude. Freaking good job, dude. Great job, brother. Seriously.
Yeah. Can you
Bro,
stream
this
not
guy
from
just
the
got
Snake Dungeon next time?
No, it's gonna be back
If it's gonna be
here.
nighttime, it's too dark outside. And I gotta bring all the lights out there. I mean, we got to get like a 300-foot Ethernet cord, and then we could do it out there.
I'm just kidding.
We got to think about some things. We'll
Dude,
noodle with
listen,
it.
this guy just started
scoring tonight.
Right.
Huh? What's up?
Hilarious.
So thank you for keeping score again tonight. That was fun.
Of course. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. And I was
That
just the
was
whole
hilarious.
time I knew what the bottles were, and I just could not wait until that moment. And it was great.
The bottle.
You held it together very well.
Yeah, I was
did.
like,
I
no.
thought, you
Yeah,
know.
great job, Shayla.
Oh, thank you. It's very
You just
easy.
never know. The final round had to be, and to be honest, by the time, so after you pour so many samples, I'm like, oh, this is fun and it's way less work. It's just one. You know what I mean? So just fill them all up with the same bottle.
Did you know who you were picking on when you figured this part out?
I don't remember. To be fair, I don't remember. And I may have, I may not have.
You
I may
picked a
have
good group,
actually.
I feel
It was probably just like it was going to be the last one, but like
You didn't know.
even tonight when I was like, because I put everyone in the same thumbnail, and then I'm like, everyone picked their time slots based off of like just their time slot. Like I gave people time slots and they chose their own. So I didn't pick anybody to be with anybody. Some people had less of like openings, but everyone picked their own time slot for the most part. That was a lot of fun. I had a blast.
That was good stuff.
But
Dude, this guy
stuff.
just started tasting whiskey seriously, like when we started the channel, like about 2 years ago.
That's
I'm,
it.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah, heck yeah, dude.
I'm pulling
that's
for
really
you
good.
now, Matt. I want to lose to the champion, so you got to
There
put
you
it
go.
in.
There you go.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Pulling for you, Matt. We're pulling
I
for your
still-
brother.
I'm bringing him along with me, so I don't care.
As long as his nose is working.
Sidekick.
That's fun.
He's riding with me, ride or die.
And it was
Yeah,
actually
well,
really
I was-
close too. The last two
Mhm.
two comps were really close games. So you guys all did really well.
Good times.
Right.
Nice show.
So now next round though, Matt's gonna go in like, it's like after you've been bamboozled, like you're like been messed with once, then you're like, what's this guy gonna pull next time?
Yeah.
I know.
Messes with your
apple
brain.
juice.
Watching him now.
It's putting C 3 times on the same Scantron. You gotta cross one out, and you gotta put A in there somewhere, right?
Yeah.
4 times.
Right. Hollywood, Upside Down Hollywood says you should have asked each guy to tell you their favorite glass and why before the reveal.
Oh, that would be good. Dang it. Yeah.
No, A was the winner for sure.
Oh,
A was
it
definitely
was
the
a
best one
toss
for
up
me.
between B and C.
Mm.
A little 100 proof 7-year rye right there was delicious.
This is a
That was
ride.
funny.
That's the rye.
Well, that was cool.
That's awesome.
Black Ribbon Family said, "Can the fourth place people do another round?" You never know. You never know what's going to happen to Mad Madness. You never know. But like I said, next week begins the opening rounds. It's a doubleheader next week. There's only going to be a few doubleheaders like throughout the tournament, but next week is a doubleheader to kick things off. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then we have, let me just go ahead and tell everyone who's coming up next week, just so everyone knows. We have beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern. Matt Mattis is going to start at 9 p.m. Eastern this year so that I don't ask people to come on super late because it's not easy for everyone to come on, 11 o'clock at night. So 9 p.m. Eastern, Josh from Stuff and Whiskey is competing against Sean from the Bourbon Junkies and Perry from This Is My Bourbon Podcast.
Oh, cool. Nice.
And then in the second half of the doubleheader, Clifton from Bourbon Bites is taking on the Bourbon Wrench himself, Trev, and Brian Bikey from Abandoned Bourbon.
Dang it.
That's the 2 opening rounds of Matt Madness next week. I'm really looking forward to it. I appreciate everybody for saying yes and coming on here and doing this. It's a ton of fun. Like, I really, really like it.
Thanks,
my favorite time of year.
Thanks, Matt, again for having us, man.
Yeah, thank you very much, bro.
Love everything you do for the community. We definitely all appreciate it. So thanks for having us.
Hey, we're about to do our first live stream right after this stream's over. Just I don't know if anybody else is doing anything, but it's shameless plug.
Okay.
Shameless.
Thrasher said, "Gotta know if Chris thought something was up when he smelled both classes." That's a question from Thrasher.
That was the question, right? I put rye for both of them, if that makes anybody feel better.
Possibly. And then Women of Whiskey says, "Shay love the True Matt Madness Foundation."
No, I think David. I think David and Maddie, but I appreciate it. Thanks.
Well, thank you everyone for doing this. Thank you everybody for watching. I know the Whiskey Wimps said that they're going to go on live to do their first live stream, and I think that the Whiskey Written show, they're doing something right after this as well. So click between those, watch them both, show them both some love. And until next week, my name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on wondering if I'm going to do any bamboozling. Maybe I just wanted to kill this bottle. Not really. I just got lazy and poured one at the very end. Super sorry. Super sorry. Love you guys. See you next week. Have a great weekend and goodbye.